Hey YouTube, bit of a slight issue with my XF. It's developed an interesting problem. Cannot unlock the boot at the moment. So if you go to the back of the car, press the button, you can hear it's trying to disengage. One of the other things you'll notice is that the folding wing mirrors are not folded back in because you can't lock the door through the key fob. So if I press the key fob, you'll hear it's complaining. And let's go into the car and I'll show you what I mean by that, because you'll see there is a problem with the boot mechanism. So it's me just opening up the car, going in. So let me power on the car. Right, so you can see from that we couldn't actually get into the boot trunk. The car is registering that the trunk is unlocked, which means that the auto locking systems with the key thinks the car's unlocked, so it won't lock the car. The only way to lock the car is through the little locking mechanism in here. Lift the flap up and you've got access to the key. I have even gone and put the under here. There is essentially a little plastic cover. If I stick the key in there, which I'll show you in a second, that doesn't work either. So I find no way of getting into the boot trunk of this car. There's no way to unlock the seats. So my only option, I think, is to remove these from the, well, getting access into this is to somehow remove one of these seats. And I'm going to go for this one here, which I hope is going to be relatively easy. And I can get my hand in under here, but I can't actually get behind it into the well itself. You can remove this area under here, and I believe there is a little mechanism under that area there, which has got a flap under it. No, it's under here, sorry. You can't see it, can you? Under here, there's a little lever, and by pushing it, you can lift it up. So you can see there's the lever that I just lifted up from that seat. I'll do the same on the other side, and we will remove all of the seats here. You need to remove this one as well, and that just has like a little push button in here, and then that'll pop that open and we can take it out. So that will then release that. I'm then hoping to get some bolts or anything under there. So you can hopefully see under here, there is the keyhole. And if I put the key into the vehicle, not so easy, sorry for the shaky hands. Slide it in, so turn it, nothing, not a sausage. So that's not unlocking the car either. So I'm a bit stuffed on how to get into the car other than what I just have mentioned previously. Right, well that was fairly easy to do. You can see that I've managed to take the covers off here. Now the question is, how do I get into the back of this? Is it a case of just unbolting those two brackets? That may well be the case to get in. Just to unbolt these, that will give me access underneath to that. Let's see, what else is there? There's some latches on this one. That might be removable if I pull this out here. Not sure. Unlatch that way. Might be some way of releasing it. Under here there's a bolt underneath that. That might be possible. Let me have a try. See if that works. sure about that. Don't want to break it. Don't know what's holding that in there, but I managed to release it down the bottom. Might be something up there I can have a look at. But that was just sort of latched underneath there. Sort of more wiring loom harness stuff. So it might be something. Let me have a look. Right, let me take you through what we had to do to get to this point. Primarily, bolt here, holding the folding down back seat. Bolt here, and there's a reciprocal bolt over here. I've taken out these bolster cushions. There's a little lever here. If you pull it down, it opens it up. So you've got to get your hand in between the seat and the quarter bolster. I tried to go through here to see if I could get the release mechanism for the rear latches here. So these are the ones that obviously hold the seat in place. In fact, it's probably a very similar locking mechanism to the rear boot of the car. Because this is a split seat, this is the single seat here, this is the other seat, and they were connected together by a bolt, which I managed to shift open when I took these reciprocal bolts out of the way, and was able then to squeeze underneath and get my hand under to, if you can see it, those orange latches. Managed to release the latch on that side. Couldn't release the latch on that side because it was too far away. So I jerry-rigged this kind of mechanism with a bent coat hanger lashed up and just came at it from an angle, hooked around it and then clicked it, and eventually it unlocked. So the trickiest thing was actually getting these. So these two here, this one goes that way, so upwards, and then the other one goes downwards. And I was trying to figure out how to get into the car. There's some rubber covers here which I'll put back in. I thought I could get my hand underneath to somehow get up behind this mechanism, but couldn't find it. The bolsters are located on these little caddies here, and I tried to release the plastic clip down the bottom, but that didn't really make a huge amount of difference. So what we've got to do now is get into the back of the car. And if you can see it, there are all those little clips. And what I'll do is I'll undo all those little clips and hopefully reveal the back lock there, and then maybe figure out how on earth to release the boot of the car that way. But I think that the mechanism is jammed, locked shut, so not too sure. Be back shortly once I've taken all of this paneling off, and I'll show you what it looks like then.